Oh boy, we made a mess. And the reason for this mess is because the Chevy does not start. I think I discussed that last video. Still can't exactly figure out what the problem is, but it's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. This day is not really about veterans. Well, it's about veterans, but it's about deceased veterans who were lost in combat. So it should be differentiated that there's a difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Probably one of the most important holidays of the year. Trying to take the steering wheel apart here just a little bit more so I can gain access to the ignition switch here, because a lot of people are saying that this is the issue. There's something in there that's grounding out. I think I stated earlier, I lost all the footage of this video, so this is all being reshot. But you can see there's a little bare wire right under here. It doesn't look burned up, but like you can see, obviously there's exposed copper. So I don't think this is what was causing the short, but if that were to tap against any metal or something like that, which is unlikely, then that would definitely cause a short. So I repaired because the spade clips were like a little busted up. So maybe this was our problem. And then I'm probably gonna have to wrap this with electrical tape. I would have cut it back further and put this, the clip on fresh wire, but it's just too short, so I didn't have enough room to make that work. So what I did in the original footage was I used this jumper here just to jump the ignition fuse and just get the truck started. I wanted to see if I could see any smoke. I understand that's a little bit of a risky way to try and figure out what your problem is, but I wanted to see if anything under the steering wheel was going to do anything strange. We also unplugged the glow plug relay, I think is what it's called, and the reason I unplugged that is because it's a possibility that one of the glow plugs is shorting out. This is just suggestions of what I've heard. I'm just repeating suggestions. Supposedly that's an issue, so if I unplug that, and since it's a warm day, the glow plug shouldn't need to come on to start the engine up. So if that's unplugged, then the glow plugs obviously won't short out. We're just trying to narrow the process down here. I'm sure a lot of people still think it's the starter, so that might be it. But so far, this has worked. And one quick thing I want to do in this video is touch up the rear bumper. I think we're going to go with that because the front bumper on this thing turned out really well. And the spacers actually just got here, so we're probably going to be installing them here pretty soon too. But yeah, the front bumper, even though it's a little dirty from the pollen, looks really good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. So a few things we're going to be trying to get to today. I bought this diesel fuel injector treatment thing here. I mean, it's just a joke, but what the hell? It was like $5. It's not a big deal. Going to be painting the rear bumper on the truck. And then also, sadly, the reason you guys came to this video, saying goodbye to the Dodge Dakota. We made some good memories with her, so she's definitely going to be missed.
Oh my God. Doing a run here. Going right for it.
Definitely a good truck. Lots of good memories made on the channel. This was my father's truck. It was just like a beater truck that we used to take camping back in the day. And it was always like just a piece of junk. So why are we selling the Dakota in the first place? Well, she takes up a lot of room. I don't have a lot of room. I've stated a couple times in videos. It's an eyesore in the state that she's currently in, and it needs a decent amount of work before it's really ready to be run on the channel as like a project truck. And also, I'm not gonna lie, it seems like the fans have spoken with what they really want to see on the channel. I feel so bad because it's like I was repping this underground community of Dodge Dakota owners, and it's been a great truck. As you can see in little clips I posted earlier, it's been through a lot and definitely served its purpose on the channel. But we want to put more money into the Mustang and more money into the diesel because they're sort of the flagship vehicles on the channel now. And money is definitely an object because my AC has a leak in the line somewhere, leaking refrigerant. So that's going to be an expensive fix, and it'd be nice to not have to have money go to stuff where it's a necessity, but obviously that's going to come before any other vehicle I need for the channel. So I'd like to hear you guys sound off in the comments. What would you like to see the money go from the Dakota? Wheels for the Mustang, that's going to be the next mod guaranteed for that car. Or would you like to see it go to the 6.5? But with the 6-inch lift, maybe I should go a little bit less, but I feel like with a 6-inch lift, I'm probably going to have to get bigger tires. The 33s aren't going to be quite big enough for a 6-inch lift. Again, this is another quick fix on the channel. Obviously, this thing's going to be getting some true off-road bumpers here in the near future because those aren't quite as expensive as some of the other mods. So the back I'm actually more nervous about than the front because now I have expectations. The front, I didn't really care about. So, round two. It's a little unavoidable here, spray painting in direct sunlight, but it's early in the morning. It's only about 9 o'clock, so it's say about maybe 70 degrees out. So hopefully it's not gonna be too hot here, this pitch black direct sunlight. But yeah, first coat looks pretty damn good. I actually went with a full gloss here on the back bumper and it came out extremely nice. May have to go without on the front now because, I mean, that just looks like brand new. Very shiny. So I give a mission for all my Instagram followers to find me a build of a 2500 out there somewhere. Because as far as I can find, are very few pictures to begin with, let alone an actual build where someone put a bunch of money into the vehicle. I found one or two. It seems like everyone does the typical where it's just like new mirrors, a little bit of a lift, and maybe some nicer tires. And that's it, nothing crazy. So if you guys can find anything on a around 2000 to 2500 Chevy, preferably 6.5, but I mean, the engine doesn't really matter that much. I'd love to see it. Link to me on my Instagram, RFRacing 717. I'd love to see it, DM it. I look at all DMs just like I look at all comments. Well, this is stupid. I had this big elaborate video plan for you guys where someone's gonna come and finally buy the Dakota. I had a guy on the hook here for at least 4 days, I think we were talking back and forth, 5 days trying to set this up with the Dakota. Gave him a deal on it, was trying to get him out here, but sadly left me on red, so I was stuck up, even with the amazing clout I have on YouTube. I'm kidding. It seems like the Dakota is back for sale. The guy offered me 500 bucks, so I guess we'll just go with that from now on. 500 bucks. Please come and get this thing. I want to see her taken care of and off to a good home. Fix my flag here. I left her out in the storm, I'm sorry. Only one in the neighborhood to fly a flag on Memorial Day weekend. Very, very sad. So yeah, this is kind of turning into a junk post. This was gonna be like the big send-off for the truck. You're gonna get to meet someone and they were gonna come. I guess I can wait for another video, but yeah, there's not too much else to this. I mean, this sucks, and I want to get a video out because I'm going to a wedding in Miami tomorrow. So yeah, I really apologize about this. This is a true post. But let me know what you guys think. You guys happy to see the Dodge go? Happy to see more mods for the other vehicles because of the funding that we're going to get from this? Or do you think you're really going to miss it? Because I always felt, I think I said this earlier, but I was repping the underground community with the Dodge, and it just sucks that I have to let that go and represent a more Mustangs. Like, there's a bunch of Mustang YouTubers out there. But the Chevy Diesel, I don't know. There's not too many Detroit diesel guys out there on YouTube. Now, obviously, the Duramax is a little oversaturated, but all in all, it makes good content. So what do I have planned in the future? The 6.5 is getting a mod, hopefully tomorrow. And I think I decided that the money from this should go towards the Mustang. Let me know what you guys think. If I get a bunch of feedback saying, no, put it towards the 6.5, then maybe we'll make that happen. Also, the finished result on the rear bumper here, a couple days. Sadly, in the rain today. We had a huge tornado watch that went over this afternoon. It was absolutely insane, or tornado warning rather, so pretty scary stuff, but I don't know, guess that's that time of year. Real quick before we wrap this video up, I just want to go over one last thing. Let's see if any of you have a keen eye to see what is wrong with the Chevy here. We're gonna start at the steering column. I addressed earlier in the video that the little the wire here has a little bare spot in it, so possibly that was it, but I highly doubt it. And then under the hood here, we have the fuse box, which is obviously all taken apart and not in the best shape right now, but we'll get that cleaned up before we actually try and take her out and run her. And I have what I believe, if someone can confirm this, is the glow plug relay is unplugged back there. So I'm hoping that solves our short because it's going to disconnect the glow plugs. Glow plugs can't heat up. If there's no electricity essentially going to something that's causing a short, it shouldn't short out the fuse. The thing is, this needs to be fixed by wintertime because the Mustang is not going to be a daily driver in the wintertime. Hopefully the Chevy will be able to pick up that slack. It's going to need glow plugs in the wintertime. Likes are always appreciated if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to see more content like this. I read all comments. I promise to get back to every single comment that I can on this video, whether it's good or bad, good advice, something like that. If you're interested in the Dodge and in a local area, please let me know. I have people contact me from Tennessee and want to fly out here. This truck will not get you home. It can definitely be fixed up and be daily driven, but I would definitely not drive it if you're without like an hour radius of Harrisburg. I just wouldn't trust it, and it's way too loud knowing that the exhaust is falling off. But other than that, it seems pretty mechanically sound. Thanks again for the support.